Hello students. We're going to start our section on volume of prisms and cylinders next. So in your notes package on page 16, you notice three shapes at the top of the page. We're going to figure out what the formulas are for volume of prisms and cylinders. So in the first example, we have a rectangular prism. And it says that the area of the base is 40 inches squared. So the base of a rectangular prism is a rectangle, and the area of a rectangle is base times height, and in this case 8 by 5. 8 times 5 is 40, so there's the area of the base, 40. Then it says that the volume is 160 inches cubed. Well, if you take the area of this base and multiply it by the height of the prism, 40 times 4 is 160 inches cubed. And notice the units. The units went from squared when we're talking about area to cubed when we're talking about volume. The second diagram is a triangular prism because the base is a triangle. You can classify this front face as the base. And we know that the formula for the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Here's the base of the triangle at 6. Here's the height of the triangle, and it says that that's 8. So 6 times 8 is 48, divided by 2 is 24. Area of the base is 24. If we multiply the area of the base, which is this triangle, by the height of this prism, which is 4, 24 times 4 is 96 centimeters cubed. Let's look at the third diagram. It says the area of the base is 50.265. Well, what is the base in a cylinder? It's a circle. So the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. So pi times the radius, which in this case would be 4, and square that. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 3.14 is 50.265. And if we take that area of the base, multiply it by 5, the height of that cylinder, we get 251.37. So the formula for volume of prisms and cylinders. For a prism, the volume is equal to the area of the base, that's what capital B stands for, times the height of the prism. So B stands for area of base. And for a cylinder, the volume is the same formula, but because in a cylinder the base is always going to be a circle, we can substitute capital B with the actual formula for area of a circle, which is pi r squared, and we multiply that by the height of the prism. So there you go, the two formulas that we need for this first section on volume. So let's do a couple of examples. This first example, we have, I guess you could call it a trapezoidal prism, because the base right here, and the base is basically the two parallel sides in a pyramid. A prism. The two parallel sides in a prism. So this can be the base, or this can be the base. Either one is the base. What's the formula for the area of a trapezoid? If you recall, the area of a trapezoid is equal to, we label this side A and this side B. So it's the length of the two parallel sides of the trapezoid, A plus B. So in this case, 2 plus 4 oh, pardon me, this one is a 10. So 10 plus this length, which is indicated down here at 4. 10 plus 4 divided by 2 times the distance between the two parallel sides, which is 2. That works out to 14. So the area of this base is 14. And the formula says the volume is the area of the base times the height. So what is the height of this trapezoid? Right here, 7. It's the distance between the two parallel faces. So 14 by 7 equals 98 centimeters cubed. Okay, the important thing is always find the area of the base and then multiply it by the height of the prism. Let's try this next example. Which cylinder has the greatest volume? So if we find the volume of each of these cylinders and then compare, we'll find which one has got the greater volume. Now, because it's a cylinder, we can use the formula for volume of a cylinder at pi r squared h. So the volume of this cylinder is pi times the radius, which is 3 squared, times the height of this cylinder, which is 16. When you multiply those out, you get 452.16 centimeters cubed, because we're talking about volume. And now the volume of the second cylinder, again, pi times radius is 4 squared, times the height of this cylinder is 9. When you multiply those out, you get 452.16 centimeters cubed. Turns out they're identical. On the next 2 pages, there are some volume of prism and cylinder questions. Try those out and I'll provide the answers later on.